only one joining the fights, then there is a world where Oracle keeps the Leshrac alive in those engagements, and the lack of there is 0 damage from a Bane IO. Early game WEU, it's a pretty intense carry where you need to farm quite a lot. So if you don't see Corden and Boom want to make moves together, or at least overwhelm a certain area of the map together, then yes, you are gonna probably have a Leshrac that just runs freely, invades the jungle, steals away some stacks, buffed up by an aggro Oracle and Tiny combo that want to play on the other side of the map if they have the correct heroes. And yeah, I think that's mainly Secret's biggest concern, most likely, with this draft is don't just get crushed in laning phase. Make sure that you can at least dictate a little bit with some smoke moves and stabilize your game until Chrysalis tells you that he's the carry that's ready to take all the fights.
30 seconds to battle.
Also, IO plus Muerta is a pretty fun matchup as well. Obviously, Overcharge is going to give you spell amplification, which does apply to Pierce the Veil, so you just get straight up extra damage inside Pierce the Veil, which is pretty cool. With Aghanim Shard, then guess what? You amplify Spell Lifesteal and share Spell Lifesteal to the Muerta. With Muerta's Shard, she gets Spell Lifesteal during Pierce the Veil. Wow. So a lot of synergy going on there. And you can basically just give her like a Satanic Plus inside her Pierce the Veil with the 2 shards coming out for both of them. So that should be a consideration for sure.
Which lane is going to be the kill lane? I'd argue top. I think MOUZ with the Enigma and Tiny have that ability to hit level 2, hit some potential tossback. I know that normally you position very defensively on an IO, but if Muerta doesn't have a body in the lane, then they will just be throwing everything onto her. So I'm expecting maybe one misstep into potential death occurring here.
Mid lane's going to be the Leshrac versus the Pangolier as well. This one, I'm feeling Leshrac might get a little bit of advantage. Also, they did make some pretty big changes to Pangolier, didn't they? Should probably touch on that. Probably the most, I would say the most significant change in the patch is probably to Pangolier.
Yeah, so they reduced the strike count on his swash, but increased the damage. So I believe that means it does like less diffusal burning, but in turn still does like the wave clearing aspect.
Yep.
If he was
so less diffusal and
yeah,
Basher
chance for Master
as well.
and stuff. Yeah,
that's going to be a big one in this matchup because we did talk about that BKB black hole. You know, one of your potential cancels will be that Basher, but less chance to get it now. So you're going to need to see the Ags as well on the Pangolier at the very least to try to not guarantee it, but give yourself the best possible chance of being able to cancel the black hole. But yeah, it's kind of tough as Arfu being chased around by Bengen here. Oracle, one of the highest damage supports, level 2 and level 3 in the game. Arfu finding out the hard way. Being chased around. But lane's in a good spot for Boom, so he doesn't mind having his support not here for a little while. And Boom actually going for the uproar early on. Getting a lot of harassment, so decides it's worthwhile just to grab it. And against a Gyrocopter with flat cannon, that makes a lot of sense.
Already supports rotating top. Got the Tiny and the IO. They're poking the head around the river, trying to contest some runes. And I guess this is normally going to be the product, right? Enigma, relatively self-sufficient. Of course, you don't deny any creeps anymore, but if you block the small camp and Enigma can control the wave, you can even drag creep waves with your idols if you want to. It does free up Narman to go follow Puppy. And Puppy, he probably wants to be making some stacks at this point. Go grab some quick hard camp stack, but he's not allowed to do it.
So funny, Narman just falling around with his big old tree, just like, hey buddy.
Oh, he's trying to get the stack. Will he get it? Will he get it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope. And Narman gets the bounty rune as well, so Puppy being kind of owned by the Tiny at this point. See if he can recover a little bit later on. Of course, his job is not to harass with the enemy support. That's not what IO ever does. Apparent weakness in lane will be made up for later in the game. And Grizzler's nice with a dead shot, just using it on the range creep. reflecting off onto a hero as well with the fear. I miss the days when Deadshot first came out and it was like a ridiculously long. I think it was like a 3.5 or 4 second fear at level 4 back in the day. Maybe not quite that long. It was a really long time though. And the hero was all about just trying to get people to fear people into tower range.
That's why people, I don't get why people are so excited for new heroes, right? Like, they're all excited for Ringmaster, but this thing's going to be broken when it comes out. Puppy, though, is getting broken in the top lane.
He certainly is, yeah. Thanks and toss back. More than enough to bring him down. Got to be so careful, otherwise. Yes, this killer lane is going to be able to take you down. I know, I love the chaos of a new hero coming out and everybody just trying to ban it first phase every time, and then you finally get the chance to kind of like people whipping out the auto clickers to be able to be the first one to pick it.
There's console commands for it too. Actually, it's pretty good memes. No, I would love Val. I know obviously it's in their best interest when they introduce a new hero to make it too good, so that people enjoy playing it.
Whoa, conspiracy theories! Right? What the?
No, I mean like. Surely, if you were to add a new hero, you'd want the hero to be good. Everyone then gets like angry about any, reactions, good reactions. Reddit's like, this thing's overpowered, this thing, and then like you got all the spammers going, free MMR, and then you nerf it and it becomes a hero. Like if it was bad, like, are you gonna actively want to play a bad hero? Probably not. You're begging Valve for buffs after like 3 days. Probably not. So I'm pretty sure there's someone in there, IceFrog's, intern who secretly at night goes in and just cranks up everything by 25%. Just like, it's day one release, boys. Make it real good.
Yeah, I do remember. I think it was Primal Beast actually. There was certainly one hero where they released it and everyone was like, "This is so broken. What are you doing?" And then Valve was like, "No, it's not. They didn't change it." And everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, no, it's not. We kind of learned how to counter it." It's my favorite.
It's incredible. Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, right. It's not broken. We're just silly. Sorry.
Yeah. I cannot wait to see the level of OP-ness of any new hero in the future. What should be a support? I wish.
I mean, I really would like to see like a high skill support hero be released. Like, it would be fun. Something which, and not a jack of all trades would be nice. I know we're not releasing many heroes, like one a year kind of deal. So, getting something which is like doesn't do everything feels kind of bad, but
like a real traditional support as well. Like I think nowadays the line in which we see supports and cores is quite fine. If you have good wave clear, suddenly a core can be support. If you have good talents and damage, and suddenly supports can be cores. It's like vice versa. But it would be nice just to see like a new age version of like the. I'm not saying heroes to be similar in terms of playstyle, but just like for nostalgia value, like the disruptors, the dazzles. Like these heroes are so iconically support that it would be cool to have a new one that is to the same level.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think MOUZ has been my favorite hero release for a really long time, so it's cool to see in this game. But I feel like she was definitely broken and maybe like a little too versatile in some ways, but also just a cool kit, a very interesting kit. Introduce some new mechanics and can just be that Giga Carry hero a bit more kind of traditional than a lot of the other hero releases in the past few years. So it's a fun one to watch, and I'm excited to see it back in the game potentially with the changes to reference Birch. Not something I really thought about, but yeah, it could be a big turning point for the hero as a carry. So, it looks like we're seeing a movement up to the top lane from Supreme. Just kidding, he goes back to mid.
The game has slowed down quite a lot. Both teams are fine farming, also why we, commandeered the game to create a little new hero podcast for about 2 minutes. And my expectation is this flow for the game won't really change too much. They are looking to maybe go and own it bottom, but they're spelling up that nightmare.
Yeah, it's awkward.
No issues at all here.
Throw a line to Radiant's
Lush was about to go top, and then Hana just ended up farming a camp on the way up anyway, and yeah he would have been
Supreme needs to make moves.
I don't think
like his entire job is just exist, right? Like if Pangolier wants to go TP to top, Supreme takes mid tower. If Supreme goes top, Pangolier will then mirror that rotation and then kill Supreme. So I think it's in Supreme's best interest to just continue existing middle, force this Pangolier to have to stay mid as well, and then you aren't getting that overlap with the Pango and the Primal that I was mentioning earlier. IO Bane can't make any moves, and you really hurt Secret through just farming. Like, MOUZ's entire game plan is efficiency. Look at Gyrocopter right now. He's farming up double stacks underneath his safe lane tower. Like, he is happily, you know, just grading it up. Supreme, he's farming stacks as well. Like, MOUZ are just creating so much gold from the map compared to Secret, where you know, they are farming stacks of their own, but it's just not to the same speed of multiple cores hitting multiple stacks at the same time. Also, big difference.
Yeah, like Chrysalis is trying, but it's just not quite as efficient. I mean, maybe now with the stacks being made, Chrysalis
he's struggling with a small camp. Well, not struggling, but it's just awkwardly slow. And now get to the hard.
He's lost his tower during this as well, so yeah, they feel like they just can't lane into this Enigma with Black Hole. Like, what are you gonna do if he gets Black Hole? Like, Puppey obviously doesn't have any heals as of yet. I think he's got a wand trying to rush the mech, so that's a little awkward, but let's see. Chrysalis and Puppey are going to go for the double stack. Pretty nicely done. And again, just trying to be as efficient as possible, but you know, if you want this Muerta to pull ahead, you're going to have to create pressure elsewhere on the map. She's not going to do it just by herself with an IO.
I'm just a little bit worried that this pressure won't be coming. Gordon.
Oh, Supreme initiating onto Bane. Bane, Nightmare, not much use against the Leshrac, unfortunately, so it's going to end up going down. Gordon able to just lock down Nam, and with Boom coming in from the side, they'll be able to grab this kill. Chrysalis just slides in from across, and they're going to be able to take down Gordon as well. So the turn does come on through. 2 dead on Secret, 1 dead on MOUZ. MOUZ forced back Boom and claim the fight.
You can see Secret there. They needed to bring a couple more heroes if they were to try and take that engagement. Primal, you know, arguably just a little bit too late, not to overlap with the Pangolier and just really get any killing blows. But kind of further cements the point where Secret, they can't really smoke and be happy, right? Like, you don't want to drag a Muerta into a pre-10-minute fight. Maybe if she had like the Mage Slayer or the Maelstrom and had like one active item, it could turn the kind of the engagement around, but it's just not to be the case at the moment.
I love that. Boom's like, I'm going to charge in and grab the shield rune. I'm a big tanky boy. They won't be able to kill me. And then he just like spots the Oracle standing there menacingly. He's like, oh, yeah, Fortune Dead the thing. Never mind. really
already a 3k net worth lead.
0 unit. Cool. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like, Boom's not really able to play the game for now. You saw in the last fight, he jumps into the middle of everybody, starts smashing around, and then he can't use his ultimate because there's an Oracle just sitting behind everybody completely uncontested. So Boom has to find a way onto the backlines. All the Pango does.
Blink Dagger now complete on this Enigma. You've got okay, this was the difference actually, I was going to say earlier. So SEA, Leshrac, Lorinov, when they qualified earlier today, he always would go Kaya BKB, right? Sure that the games were maybe a little bit more stun dependent, or stun heavy, but in this game, he's going for the Eul's Rush, which I think is a more of a Western approach to Leshrac. And it is going to be very active. Like, the fights, he will be able to stop the Primal Beast from getting on top of him. He'll be able to cancel or relocate if the IO zips in a little bit too late, or cancel a grip if the Bane's out of position, right? I can see why Eul's is very good in this game. And already, MOUZ utilizing their advantage that they have. Supreme taking down the towers. Enigma has not left top at all. And both the supports are hugging the strongest hero on the map. This Oracle Tiny, if they play near this Leshrac, Secret should in theory struggle unless they bring all 5 heroes and just overwhelm MOUZ. Then I am really expecting them to be able to just win any fight they want. And they've scanned up. They know Chrysalis is farming back here. Most likely going to be bumping into Puppey though.
If they really want to fight Chrysalis, so deep. To the side, drops a calling, Boom's in as well. And surely Secret can punish this one. They jump in, they manage to get the catch onto the Leshrac. Pierce being used as well, but Black Hole comes in round the back onto the both of them. Bane, Muerta, and Pangolier all caught inside the Black Hole. But Boom's able to come out on the other side, looking at Force 3 dead on Secret though. Can they really fight up into this? Gordon getting blasted down here as well. Supreme still super tanky, super healthy, gets a triple kill, 4 dead on Secret. They only managed to get the Oracle Force with the perfect Black Hole to cancel out the damage. Leshrac plenty healthy thanks to the Oracle. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, incredibly optimistic go there from Secret. Like MOUZ, they brought in the correct heroes. They had Leshrac underneath the tower. It looked like they may have gone a little bit too deep, but when the Oracle gets to throw all his spells into Leshrac pre-death, and then you hit the big black hole, there's no cancel for it at this stage of the game. The Bane isn't there. The Eye is already used relocate, so you can't save anyone inside it. And the Pangolier, of course, you can't cancel it. You're just going to get clipped by the edge of it. So a beautiful black hole from Enigma. Great spell casting from Bengen before he dies, and Supreme crushing the fight with the amount of damage he has. Secret, they don't have damage, they don't have smoke potential, they can't hit buildings, they can't go Roshan. All they can do right now is look at wet lanes, push them out and hit the jungle. They are really victim to whatever MOUZ wants to do. This is going to be a really difficult mid game for them to try and approach the map.
Stun comes out, the fear is there to push back Supreme for the time being, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. There's Veil being used along with this Mage Slayer. Is it going to be enough to control up Supreme? I think it might just be, but the problem here is as well that Bengen's just going to throw down the Fate's Edict onto Supreme anyway and stop him taking any damage from the Muerta. So any kill potential, any turnaround potential which Secret thought they might have had, they do not. Mid, they're going on to Narman. It's something. Arfu, he has got the grip. Oh, yep, there we go. Relo in, grip comes out. Down goes the Tiny. A lot of the damage is going to be dead to the mid tower as well. They should probably get this. So.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
At this point, a kill is a kill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Restless wants to kill the Eidolons, but should feel pretty safe knowing Black Hole's still not up. If they have that one time.
Yeah, so for Secret though, the saving grace of this is the biggest fight comes when Black Hole's up, and it is early on. Having a minute and a half to farm, it's going to feel so nice because you aren't really buying the biggest items. You're buying cheap items to kind of get yourself into the game, and you know, a minute and a half of farm. That's Pango swashing 2-3 camps, pushing out a wave, getting a component towards Zags. That's Primal also stumbling his way towards the Shroud. It's only a 4k net worth lead. MOUZ, they want to utilize this Blink Dagger. He didn't really show it though in mid lane, so he died before he had it. Now he's looking.
In they go. Two heroes caught. Toss back, Puppey and Muerta. Chrysalis tied together. There comes the Pierce the Veil. Bengen is behind though. Once again, Edict out on Supreme. Chrysalis can't shoot him anymore. Chrysalis trying to get away. Wheels out, but it's not going to be any follow-up coming out from MOUZ. MOUZ kind of not really converting on their kills, but at the same time, top lane being pushed very, very heavily by Force and by Supreme now as well. They've got the Edict, so I will drop.
Yeah, it's just that constant poke on the map. They might not be getting the kills, but they force Secret to have to react to try and defend themselves, and in doing so, Olnit continue to farm it behind. Tier 2s are falling. Olnit TP's back to the bot lane finally. But pushing out this wave. Secret need to be a little bit careful here.
I did want to ask you about this Mage Slayer pickup from Chrysalis. Like, how do you feel about it? Because obviously it's an answer to the Leshrac, but at the same time, do you think they'd be a lot further ahead if they'd gone for like that Maelstrom first rather than Mage Slayer?
I think they may have bought the Mage Slayer with the expectation of being able to fight with Pango and Primal, but then these fights unfolded and they can't do anything. So I think in hindsight, he probably wanted the Maelstrom to farm quicker, to become a core and an earlier timing. But
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Mage Slayer doesn't feel as optimal, at least in regards to the way they're playing right now. Like right now, Maelstrom should be better. If they played differently, then I think there could have been scenarios in which we complemented the Mage Slayer. But right now, with this game state, it is hindering him a lot.
Couldn't withstand the tide.
It's awkward when you buy this fighting item and then kind of just farm with it. You're just left wondering, like, why not just get the farming item? And look at the net worths as well. Olnit, who we just haven't spoken about at all because we haven't needed to, sitting comfortably on top of net worth. Supreme closely following him. Force closely following him. Oh, they managed to find a Pangolier as well. It's a free mid lane Pango up towards the top side of the map. Supreme finds Arfu. Stun. Follow. A lot of damage coming out from Pulse Nova and the Edict, and they will be able to take him down. Bane gone.
Yeah, it also hurt Secret that and I don't mean this in any negative way. They just have 2 position 5s. Like when you draft a Bane, you're not drafting him for his intense farming capabilities and damage potential, right? He's another control type hero that enables cores. So when you are, we've seen it like Gaming Gladiators have drafted Bane before. You go for this like this double 5 lineup, and it just pushes the core so far forward into the fights that it's hard to deal with. We're just not seeing that right now, and this type of game plan from behind, it does feel devastating. Because there's not that simple, Pango +1, go deep onto the Radiant side of the map. If you find someone, get the kill, run back to us. Like, there isn't that potential at all. Like, they need to drag cores to every single move. And you can see MOUZ just, they don't really care. They're pushing mid-tier 2s from the tree line. They are grouped up there. They're hoping to maybe get a bit of a jump here.
Boom, just running into the Leshrac right now. Reela coming to the backlines as well. Olnet pings it out. Leshrac plenty healthy in the middle of everything. Bengen right behind, kind of healing him up. But look at the Gyrocopter being dropped down by the word. The Black Hole comes in from 4th just to hold the back. But Supreme's here to get the real damage in. And Chris is going to get brought down as well. Olnet survives through it all. Bengen's there to heal him up, and he will live. Oh no. They almost had the Gyrocopter. They almost caught him off guard. But Force was there, ready to save the day. Black Hole comes through, and all of a sudden, it all turns to shit for Secret.
Yeah, they also weren't able to keep Bengen controlled long enough, because Bengen leaving his ultimate to the last second, and eventually then froze onto the Gyrocopter because he was able to brush off that Pangalier's aggression. Yeah, and there's not much to talk about for Secret. They don't have the items, they don't have really anything to take a fight into a full force MOUZ. Maybe with Black Hole cooldown they can muster the confidence to give it a go, to go find something out on the map. Black Hole is in cooldown for nearly 2 minutes compared to the big ultimates of Secret, pretty much off cooldown. And I'd love to see a Fiend's Grip this game as well. It is so hard though. Like, I don't even unless they find a hero by themselves with Fiend's Grip, I just don't know don't think they do the damage. Like, there's no Shivas, there's no Blade Mail on the Primal to soak anything. There's no Aghanims on the Pangolier yet. This game must feel so difficult to play if you're Secret. You really just have to hope for MOUZ to blunder some move or to overstay their welcome. And that's only gonna get harder when they move to Roshan. Well, they're smoked. No, they were smoked. They smoked Bane and Pango. Obviously, they still have Relocate, but I don't think they're contesting Roshan anytime soon.
Yeah, it's gonna take
they are pinging though.
Well, Primal gonna charge the wave, so Onslaught's gonna be on cooldown for the time being. Of course, no Blink Dagger, no initiation, no Roshan contest. This will be an Aegis going to probably Supreme. Olnet's moving close, he wants it. Alright, I'll give it to the Gyrocopter instead.
Let him walk up the high ground. Okay, but look at Secret. Okay, their smoke just expired. They know there's no any high ground vision. Maybe they can go for a pick off here. If they see someone TP top or mid. Yeah, they need someone to show middle and then go. So Enigma's showing middle. What's their reaction for Secret? Go for the Enigma? No, okay, they're doing nothing.
Oh, they're moving towards Force. They want to try and get this Enigma kill. I mean, it's not a bad one. They might be able to find a fight off the back of it if they do bring it down. Force getting low. BKB comes out, but the Pulverize is there on top of him, and that'll be a dead Force. Meanwhile, on the top side, now they're going to be able to take a Tormentor. Oh, shard on the tiny though. Probably not what you're after.
Gleipnir now complete for Crystallis. A little bit more control. Of course, won't really help him when he gets Black Hole, but if the fight lasts longer than the Black Hole, then we are going to see some water control in play. MOUZ say themselves, they're smoked up. Enigma is dead for 12 seconds. No BKB for a minute, but they don't care. They don't think they need him there. Trying to pick off Puppy and Crystallis, who are retreating back to their jungle. No relocate for 40 seconds, so if they make the jump, they should in theory just be dead. They're going to find him.
Jump in from Narman, double avalanche, double split earth. The damage is there. Crystallis going to pop the pierce the veil, try to just blow up somebody here, but no one's really dying. Chrysalis going down. It's just an awkward 2 kills up on the top side of the map.
Just the sheer damage. How does Morta stand her ground into a Leshrac, the AoE damage, and then to try and kill someone when Oracle's in position with the max 4-point Fate Edict? 5 seconds of just
it's a huge
nice
problem.
damage, Morta.
This
Morta needs an item to turn her ultimate to physical damage.
I guess you don't ulti, then
Yes, that's true.
could be the answer. Why have you picked Moeta? I mean, this Jarg up there.
I mean, she walks the attack range from the ultimate, so it's just, yeah, God, memes.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff win.
Oh, now they gotta stop a Aegis Jarg after walking up that high ground.
Ask him nicely.
How much? PayPal, go ahead.
What's your number? Everybody has one.
Oh, God.
I feel like Chrysalis's build is surprisingly, like, utility focused to me. Like, even once he goes for the mastery, he then turns into a Gleipnir as well, so really just not a lot of damage coming out.
No, it goes back to my previous analysis of Secret. Like, as much as they do roster swaps and stuff, I really think Secret thrive when you look at their offlane duo and you just see, wow, these players are like carries independently from the offlane, and I'm still yet to find that duo that has met the scalability and strength of Resolution and Xayah. Like, that combination could have won TI, you know? Like, that's how good that combination is.
Close. Yeah.
But ever since then, just whoever's just filled that slot, just putting it bluntly, just not been anywhere near the same level. They have upset potential. They have like the charisma to really just punch up, but not the same level as this
now as well.
Dies top.
Narman just been such a force this game as well on the Tiny, able to basically turn it. Oh, Black Hole down on the bottom side. They've caught them together again. Puppy and Chrysalis always together, always next to each other in force. He's just
the top back.
Getting him for free. Yeah, top back into Boom. Boom does have a BKB, so trying just yet. Pulverize coming through onto Narman, but once again, there's a Fate's Edict, just keeping him nice and magic immune. And Narman's going to be absolutely fine. Nightmare.
Have we seen a grip this game?
Two of them. We saw
Have you seen a grip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is Arthur? Oh, okay. He's just
that's why I asked.
He's split the face. He's having an adventure. He found himself in an invisibility room. Wow. Yeah. Freest up in all game. If he can wrap around the back, find a grip onto the Oracle, then and not die is kind of critical aspect. But look at him. He's like, oh, I'm good.
Do you really want to find him? And Enigma has shown bottom. The flag, they found him. Ooh.
They're out. Relo in. They're going for him. They need to take down this Oracle. If the Oracle doesn't die, you're going to have some issues. They turn around, deal with the Tiny instead. Now Bengen, well, Fate's Edict doesn't last forever. Power the damage. Damage. Okay, they're going to come to TP, so Bengen will fall.
Double kill.
Alright. Chrysalis gets a double kill and buys a Chrysalis. Cool.
Two supports going down again. Secret, they're just happy killing anything in this game so far. And you know, people might be thinking about this Bane pick and asking why. And you know, historically in Dota, IO Bane used to be a very, very good combination, because Bane would always be out by himself on the map. He'd go find a couple heroes. He had Nightmare one, grip the other. He'd be able to isolate 40% of the enemy to then relocate and you kill both. Like, it was always a treat to watch. A great Bane Iron combination. There was no safe place on the map, but we're not really seeing it nowadays.
Trying to get away from this one. Might have to just pop the BKB here to not die, though. He has got a Blink Dagger, actually. That helps him get away. But yeah, they did see him smoke on the wave. He walked into the Bane who was smoked, so he just disappeared in the middle of the creep wave. It was pinged by Supreme, so yeah, I was ready to respond to it very easily. The Oracle isn't back with them yet, and they're still just parked outside the enemy base, killing off creep waves right in front of them. That's how confident they are. Like, Bengen's making a long walk over, but they know that Secret aren't going to come out and mess with them. Ultimate and Supreme up on the high ground. Edict under the cover of an arcane rune nonetheless. That's going to help a lot. Stuns out. No shard though, so follow-up stun's not here just yet. Arfu on the back, trying to look for a way into this, but it's a very awkward position. Feeble, purged off by the Fortune's End. Supreme taking down the barracks. Chrysalis. Calling comes out. Rolling Thunder. Come on through from Corden as well. You know who he's looking for. Bengen. Oh, multi-ulti coming out pretty early. Fate Leaders as well also being used. Chrysalis has not used it there yet, so he might get a chance to use it. Does go for it right now, but the Black Hole comes in on top of him. Werter, it does get cancelled actually. Oh, the grip from the sidelines. Arfu, he manages to get it off, but Ulnit is making them pay. Chrysalis, he gets reload out, but not very far. Still in range for the Gyrocopter. Maybe prepare for the fireback as well.
Oh, he came back.
Oh, okay. Well,
yep.
That's one way to end it. GG gets
Rampage? Rampage with Supreme? Rampage?
Supreme!
Rampage!
Supreme! Bring it down! Can he kill it before the third explodes?
Oh, the agony, no!
Right, Ulnit, get him out. Get him kicked.
Get him gone.
Supreme was robbed. He comes out.